Welcome back to FitLab. You finish another set of bodyweight squats. Your legs feel tight every time you stand up. Day after day, the movement gets easier, but the question stays the same. Is doing 100 squats every day actually building muscle, or is something completely different happening inside your body? The answer has very little to do with sore muscles and far more to do with your brain, tendons, energy systems, and the hidden adaptations that most people never notice. Today, we're breaking down the science behind the popular 100 squats a day challenge and what really happens to your body over 30 days. You stand up from the couch and your legs feel tight. Not sore exactly, just tight, like they remember something. That's day 14 of 100 squats a day talking. You started this challenge thinking it would just build stronger legs. Day 1 felt easy. 100 squats, broken into sets, barely raised your heart rate. Your muscles didn't even feel it that night. That's because your body hadn't started adapting yet. It was still running on what exercise scientists call neural efficiency, the raw ability of your nervous system to recruit muscle fibers without any new muscle tissue involved. Digby Sale, a researcher who spent decades studying strength training, showed that in the first 2 weeks of any new movement, almost all your progress comes from your brain getting better at firing muscle fibers together, not from your muscles actually growing. Your legs weren't stronger yet. Your nervous system was just getting more organized. Then day 3 hit. You woke up and your quads screamed. This is DOMS, delayed onset muscle soreness, the microscopic tearing of muscle fibers that happens when you load a muscle in a new or unfamiliar way. Those tears aren't damage in the bad sense, they're triggers. Your body reads them as a signal to rebuild the muscle slightly thicker and more resilient than before. But here's the twist almost nobody expects. Because you were squatting every single day, your muscles never got the full 48 to 72 hours they typically need to complete that repair process. So what was your body doing instead? It shifted strategy. Instead of chasing hypertrophy, the technical term for muscle fibers growing larger, your body leaned harder into endurance adaptations. Brad Schoenfeld, one of the most cited researchers in hypertrophy training, has shown that muscle growth depends heavily on total volume and adequate recovery between sessions targeting the same muscle group. Daily squatting without rest days doesn't give muscles the window they need to maximize size. So somewhere around week 2, your legs started prioritizing something else entirely. They started getting efficient instead of just big. Efficient meaning what exactly? Meaning your body got better at using glycogen, the stored form of carbohydrate inside your muscles that fuels repeated contractions. Muscles depleted of glycogen through repeated exercise don't just refuel. They actually store more glycogen than before as a protective adaptation, so the same workload felt easier over time. That tight, heavy feeling in week 2 wasn't weakness. It was your muscles rebuilding their fuel tanks bigger. By week 3, something else changed. Your tendons and connective tissue, the tough fibrous cords linking muscle to bone, started stiffening in a good way. Tendons adapt far more slowly than muscle, sometimes taking months to fully remodel. But repeated daily loading, even without heavy weight, sends a steady low-grade signal that tells collagen fibers to reinforce themselves. This is part of why your knees, which might have clicked or felt unstable in week 1, started to feel more solid by week 3. Not because your muscles got bigger, because the entire support structure around your joints got tougher, and your cardiovascular system, it wasn't sitting this out either. 100 consecutive bodyweight squats pushes your heart rate up in a pattern closer to circuit training than pure strength work. Over 30 days of daily repetition, your resting heart rate likely dropped slightly, and your ability to recover between sets improved. That's your heart getting more efficient at pumping oxygenated blood to working muscle, a basic cardiovascular adaptation that shows up even from bodyweight-only training when it's repeated daily. But did your legs actually get bigger over these 30 days? Probably only slightly. Real hypertrophy, true muscle fiber growth, usually needs progressive overload, meaning the resistance has to keep increasing over time. Bodyweight squats plateau in difficulty fast because your body weight doesn't change. What you built instead was muscular endurance, tendon resilience, neural efficiency, and metabolic conditioning. Different tools, different result. So why did your genes fit differently by day 30? Partly water retention shifts from the repair process, partly small increases in muscle density, and partly posture. Daily squatting activates your glutes and core stabilizers constantly, and better activation there often changes how you stand and carry yourself, which can visually reshape your lower body even without dramatic size change. Here's the counterintuitive twist wrapped inside all of this. The soreness you dreaded in week 1 wasn't your body breaking down. It was the earliest signal of adaptation working exactly as designed. Every tight step, Every stiff morning was your nervous system, your glycogen stores, your tendons, and your cardiovascular system, all quietly rewriting themselves in response to one repeated daily demand. So the next time you stand up and your legs feel that familiar tightness, you'll know exactly what's happening beneath the surface. That's not fatigue talking. That's 30 days of adaptation still finishing its work. The human body doesn't just respond to exercise by growing bigger muscles. It learns. It becomes more efficient, more resilient, and better prepared for the next challenge. And sometimes, those invisible adaptations are the most important ones of all. If you enjoyed uncovering the science behind everyday fitness challenges, make sure to like the video, subscribe to FitLab, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next deep dive into how your body really works. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode of FitLab.